energy, get ex-love back, husband-wife and relationship issue, psychic reading, palm reading, face reading, horoscope reading, and that's not all. If you're longing to reunite with a loved one, he's here to assist you as well. One call can change your life. Call now Master Vishnu at +5 926 329943. Take the first step towards a brighter future. 2,500 plus satisfied clients, located in all over Georgetown, Guyana.
Digicel is celebrating 18 amazing years, and we're giving you the ultimate shopping spree. That's right, top up with $1,000 or more, and you could be one of 4 lucky winners, each walking away with up to $1 million in groceries. Imagine filling your carts with everything you need and more, absolutely free. Top up now and get ready to dash for carts full of groceries. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome to Dinner Under the Stars. Indulge in a culinary feast prepared by our talented chefs, featuring locally sourced ingredients and exquisite flavors. Every bite will take you on a culinary journey, from unforgettable starters to delectable desserts. Relax to the soothing sounds of the stylistics and blue magic as the stars twinkle above, creating the perfect ambience for a romantic evening or memorable gathering. Join us for Dinner Under the Stars. Reserve your table today and create memories that will last a lifetime.
Ready to up your game? Ready to up your game? Win big with over 60 epic prizes. A brand new PS5, Nintendo Switch, iPhone 16 Pro Max, Apple smartwatch, and the hottest earbuds from Apple and Samsung. Plus, we are giving away thousands in phone credit and a whole year supply of Buster or Turbo Energy drink. Here's how. Buy any Buster or Turbo Energy drink, find the code starting with BB and enter online or on WhatsApp. Visit us on Facebook or Instagram at Turbo_Caribbean or Buster Guyana for all the details. Don't just play. Up your game with Buster and Turbo Energy.
Get your tickets now for the One Guyana, One Love tribute to Bob Marley showcase at the Pegasus Poolside on Friday, February the 7th at 7 p.m. Featuring Brandon Harding, Mark Batson, Prince Ali, Empress Jalove, King Mandela, Beanick, Wi-Fi, DJ China, Carry and Correction Band, Lava Nile, and Ras Sebi, aka Bling Ras. MCs Melody Thomas and Ras Punchy. Music by Redemption Sound and Murphy One-Man Band. Admission $3,000 in advance. Get your tickets at the Pegasus Hotel front desk and White Castle Fish Shop at Hatfield and John Streets. For more information, call 661-2976. It's the One Guyana, One Love tribute to Bob Marley showcase.
Stand up. Don't give up the fight.
It's Digicel's 18th anniversary, and we're going big with our blowout sale. Get up to 40% off Samsung smartphones. Yes, you heard that right. 40% off Samsung smartphones. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,000, the A15 for only $27,000, and the A25 at a jaw-dropping $35,000. But wait, there's more. With every purchase, enjoy a 30-day free data plan to stay connected. Hurry to a Digicel store near you. Offer good while stocks last. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Your top stories this evening sponsored by Quartz, bringing value home. A Mile of Falls hydropower and the Wales Gust Energy projects, just a Ponzi scheme. Patterson, not one Guyana but 2 Guyanas. MP Mahi Paul lambasts government's divisive tactics. State to appeal Demerara Harbour Bridge case, wants the magistrate's ruling to be set aside. And the main suspect in the murder of Annandale woman succumbs. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Alutha Grant with the Thursday, the 30th of January 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you must know this evening. Government's poor execution of the multi-billion-dollar Wales to Gas Energy project and the Amila Falls hydropower project was dubbed a Ponzi scheme. Shadow Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson, during Wednesday's budget debate, exposed several shortcomings within the project. Antonio Day opens this evening's broadcast.
On Wednesday, Shadow Minister of Infrastructure David Patterson expressed grave concerns regarding the inflated cost for the Wales Gas Energy project. He told the National Assembly during the ongoing budget debates that the constant increases are due to several delays, which is costing.
The entire project has been pushed back to the end of 2025. So the entire project cost, according to the government records, sir, has risen to $2.4 billion, an increase of almost 200%.
Patterson informed that the cost for the pipeline has increased to $1 billion, which represents an increase of 55%. The natural gas liquid/gas plant has increased to $257 million, an increase of 117%, while infrastructure costs incremented to over 157%, which is excluding the two claims by the contractor, he noted.
So when they started with this project of $810 million, the PPP claimed that they would supply power at 7 US cents.
The Shadow Minister of Public Works said Guyanese are now left to witness the rigmarole regarding to the Wales Gas Energy project.
Explain to the people how this can be possible, that the project costs increasing by 200%, how will you get the same cost per kilowatt hour without heavy subsidies and bailouts?
However, Linseca CH4 General Manager Humberto Lopez, during a recent site visit to the Wales Gas Energy project, told the press that the 100-acre area was built up to 1.2 meters above sea level with 1.8 million cubic meters of sand. He explained what is required to complete the phase of the project.
Something that we call weak drains that help us to accommodate the site, improve the site, and help us to settle it, all the area. So we place like 300,000 weak drains through these machineries up here. So we place it all around the area.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio. There exists not one Guyana, but two Guyanas, as government is accused of stifling certain communities across this country. This is according to opposition member of parliament, Ganesh Mahipal. Travis Chase is on this story.
When opposition member of parliament Ganesh Mahipal took to the podium during the ongoing budget debate, he complained bitterly about certain communities in Guyana that's feeling the brunt of government's victimization. MP Mahipal said that the One Guyana slogan being touted by the People's Progressive Party Civic is nothing less than a facade. He said the reality is that there are two Guyanas.
We are living in a one-sided Guyana. The rich versus the poor, the connected versus the neglected, the friends, families and favorites of the PPPC versus the rest of us. And where the government is facilitating the growth of oligarchs.
MP Mahipal told the National Assembly that certain communities that are perceived to be People's National Congress reform strongholds are being deprived of economic benefits. This, he said, is divisive politics.
Why is it that places like Ganamstel, Bagotville, Iflood, Shortville, Sisters Village, and so many others are not in receipt of the same treatment as places like Wakenham, Lekwan, Tushin, Parika, and Leonora?
Referencing President Ali's scolding of government contractors and ministers at a 5:30 a.m. meeting, Mahipal said, in spite of this, there continues to be an abuse of the public procurement system and a total mismanagement of the country's resources.
Unlike this government, we will not call for early in the morning 5:30 meetings to stage a performance on accountability, only to let matters languish months after. We refuse to paint a Shakespearean display of concern for accountability while nothing tangible is ever done.
Should the People's National Congress reform take the seat of government after the 2025 elections, Mahipal stressed that inclusivity, equity, and commitment will be the order of the day.
The current crop of APNU AFC leaders is committed to leading with unwavering transparency, accountability, and a genuine sense of unity. I am confident in this assurance, particularly considering our current stance on the composition of the national and regional tender boards.
As the rest of the world look towards Guyana, given its oil-booming economy, the tough talk in Mahipal said that the time has come to dump political rhetoric, false promises, and economic stifle of certain communities in the garbage. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Travis. The Director of Public Prosecution has given notice of yet another appeal in a case that was dismissed against a former APNU AFC minister.
Dissatisfied that the conspiracy to defraud case brought against former Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson and former General Manager of the Demerara Harbour Bridge Corporation Ralston Adams was dismissed because the prosecution had insufficient evidence, the Director of Public Prosecution, Shalimar Ali Haq, has given notice that the matter will now be appealed. In the notice seen by Nightly News, the DPP wants the decision given in the matter by Magistrate Leron Daly at the Georgetown Magistrates Court on the 17th of January 2025 to be set aside and or reversed, and the respondents be made to pay the cost of the appeal. Magistrate Leron Daly on January 17 upheld a no-case submission by Patterson's attorney, Ronald Birch Smith. The court ruled that there was no evidence that any agreement existed between the parties to defraud the state or any evidence that the state was deprived of funds since the feasibility study was completed and delivered in full as per contract. The charge against the two men, which was instituted in 2021, stemmed from an investigation by the Special Organized Crime Unit. They had been charged with allegedly defrauding the Demerara Harbour Bridge Corporation of $162,635,000 between November 18, 2016 and February 1, 2018. Also, allegedly conspiring together with each other and with other persons unknown to defraud the Demerara Harbour Bridge Corporation of $162,635,000 funds of the Demerara Harbour Bridge Corporation asphalt plant account for a project about the feasibility study and design for a new bridge, which was not a function of that corporation, and therefore monies from the asphalt plant account could not be used. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Travis. We have more news after this break. Stay with us.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Our luxury transportation company is seeking a highly motivated and customer-focused call center representative to join our dynamic team. We're looking for an energetic, exceptional communicator to handle all incoming calls, provide top-notch customer service, responding to the needs of customers, capable of selling and giving information on our services. Requirements: college graduate, 1+ year of customer service experience, call center preferred, excellent communication, listening, and problem-solving skills, ability to work in a fast-paced environment, computer skills, fast learning on computer software a must, paying top salary for the right individual. This is a full-time position. You must have experience before applying. Please email your resume. For more info, call VJ on 623-9523.
It's Digicell's 18th anniversary and we're going big with our blowout sale. Get up to 40% off Samsung smartphones. Yes, you heard that right. 40% off Samsung smartphones. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $17,000. The A15 for only $27,000. And the A25 at a jaw-dropping $35,000. But wait, there's more. With every purchase, enjoy a 30-day free data plan to stay connected. Hurry to a Digicel store near you. Offer good while stocks last. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome back. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. On the final day of the national budget debates, members of Parliament Catherine Hughes lashed out at the ruling People's Progressive Party civic government for distorting the facts regarding the Amila Falls hydropower project. This followed a feisty presentation by government's chief whip, Gail Teixeira. Antonia Day has been following what's happening in the National Assembly.
While throwing her support for the $1.3 trillion budget, government's chief whip Gail Teixeira utilized most of her time to attack the parliamentary APNU AFC opposition. Deeming the party anti-national, Teixeira asserted that the opposition is unsupportive of capital projects such as the Wales Gas to Energy project and the Amila Falls hydropower project.
I would like to have seen my friends on the other side raised to the occasion. This country is moving forward like never before. Never before. And if they don't see it, it's a problem. Because the rest of the Guyanese people see it every single day.
But opposition parliamentarian Catherine Hughes made it clear and reminded the House that it was not the APNU AFC that did not support the Amila Falls hydropower project.
The IDB did not want to approve the loan. It is right here. Mendacious propaganda.
Hughes further told the National Assembly that the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, withdrew its support, citing feasibility concerns. The IDB, an independent and globally respected institution, recognized the risk and questioned the financial sustainability of the project, the Member of Parliament argued.
Under the APNU AFC government, this signing bonus was responsibly placed in a designated account within the Bank of Guyana. Its purpose was as clear as daylight, to safeguard our nation's interests in the ICJ case concerning the border dispute with Venezuela. It was calculated then that the patriotic decision was rooted in the understanding that our sovereignty and territorial integrity required not only words but financial preparedness.
However, government's chief whip Gail Teixeira, in her rebuttal, said that the opposition needs to put aside its immaturity and work in the best interest for all Guyanese.
Or do you want to continually be in this position of holding back progress of our country, of being the spoiler? You're a bunch of spoilers.
However, MP Hughes told the National Assembly that the IDB's report contains the truth behind its non-support of the Amila Falls hydropower project. She challenged the government to come clean with the citizens regarding the status of the project.
That come with the same old mendacious propaganda. You know who's telling the truth.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio. We're still on the National Assembly, which saw heated debate as point persons on social issues took center stage. Find out more from Tiana Core.
Opposition parliamentarian and the Shadow Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Natasha Singh Lewis, criticized the government's performance, stating that despite receiving 4 substantial budgets in the last 4 years, the Ministry of Human Services has failed to effectively safeguard the nation's vulnerable populations. She highlighted the alarming number of 4,032 reported child abuse cases in 2024, including disturbing acts of sexual violence against children.
Our children will continue to suffer, even as the Child Care and Protection Agency was created to protect our children from harm. Sir, under the PPP government's watch, child sexual abuse has become an epidemic. that has no strategy to combat same.
Turning her attention to senior citizens, St. Louis criticized the government for forcing pensioners to endure long hours in scorching sun or torrential rain just to collect their pensions. She argued that after a lifetime of hard work, the elderly deserve dignity and respect when accessing their benefits.
That the PPP government has no respect for our elders and they don't care. My colleagues spoke extensively on the $5,000 increase in old age pension, which compares to nothing in relation to the high cost of living.
However, Minister of Human Services and Social Security Dr. Vindhya Prasad defended government's transformative work in assisting vulnerable groups across Guyana. Dr. Prasad pointed to initiatives in support of senior citizens, noting that the 2025 budget allocates some $58.5 billion for social assistance, with $37 billion directly supporting old age pensioners.
This government has consistently been escalating the pension, but not only that, looking at how our pensioners access their service.
St. Louis also criticized the Women's Innovation and Investment Network WIN program, which is designed to empower women and girls. She labeled it a disaster.
The design and implementation of the program could not have empowered underprivileged and single-parent women to gain employment or to start a small business to sustain themselves and their families.
She noted that key stakeholders were not involved in developing the program, and there was a lack of follow-up to assess its impact. Over 14,663 people applied to the program within 2 years, but only 2,571 were identified as the most vulnerable and received assistance. Responding to these assertions, Dr. Prasad reaffirmed government commitment to gender equality, highlighting key initiatives that continues to positively impact the lives of women across the country.
Every year we are training over thousands of women. To date, we have trained over 13,000 women. We have another 11,000 to train this year.
Among the areas that received a significant boost, according to Dr. Prasad, include persons living with disabilities, particularly a disability register for children with special needs. She also outlined plans to further expand social assistance, with $35,000 cash grants currently being distributed to individuals with disabilities and $100,000 cash grant for children with special needs. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. Member of Parliament Annette Ferguson says after 4 years, the People's Progressive Party civic government is yet to present a clear and concise plan for the sector. Dacia Richards reports.
Honorable Cole and Rodriguez, over the past 4 years, they are yet, Mr. Speaker, to present a clear and comprehensive plan to tackle the pressing housing needs of our citizens.
That was Shadow Minister of Housing and Water Annette Ferguson in her budget debate speech on Wednesday. The previous minister within the Ministry of Public Infrastructure said that focus seems to be on photo ops.
Have these members truly taken time to engage with the detailed documents left by the coalition government?
The shadow minister referred to the Inter-American Development Bank funded project, which was initiated by the coalition for the development of housing in the country.
Was not just a formality. It aimed, Mr. Speaker, to bolster Guyana's Central Housing and Planning Authority in developing a robust national housing strategy.
Meanwhile, Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell said the coalition government ran the housing sector into the ground as he compared it to before they entered office in 2015. He highlighted that the only thing the previous administration did was carry out the IDB-funded project.
All they didn't. They built 20 houses in Georgetown to relocate the Broad Street residents. Credit to the previous speaker, and a few houses in the hinterland.
In 2024, the Ministry of Housing and Water said it allocated 10,000 house lots. Meanwhile, a number of persons have came forward saying they have been awaiting a house lot for decades. For HGP Nightly News, I am Dacia Richards.
Thank you, Daisy. We have more news for you after this break. Stay tuned.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Ready to up your game? Ready to up your game? Win big with over 60 epic prizes. A brand new PS5, Nintendo Switch, iPhone 16 Pro Max, Apple smartwatch, and the hottest earbuds from Apple and Samsung. Plus, we are giving away thousands in phone credit and a whole year supply of Buster or Turbo Energy drink. Here's how. Buy any Buster or Turbo Energy drink, find the code starting with BB and enter online or on WhatsApp. Visit us on Facebook or Instagram at Turbo_Caribbean or Buster Guyana for all the details. Don't just play. Up your game with Buster and Turbo Energy.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Welcome back. The main suspect in the murder of a 33-year-old Annandale primary school sweeper cleaner earlier on Thursday succumbed after ingesting a poisonous substance. On Wednesday, just after noon, he hacked his wife to death at their matrimonial home. Daisy Riches is on that story.
Police arrested 52-year-old Bedraj Ganesh, known as Boy, the main suspect in the murder of his wife Bibi Ali, a 33-year-old sweeper cleaner attached to the Annandale Primary School. The police arrested the 52-year-old at around 3:05 p.m. on Wednesday at the Enterprise Cemetery, where he told police that he consumed a poisonous substance and displayed a herbicide bottle. He was rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital but subsequently died Thursday afternoon. The victim's mother, Babita Ali, said her daughter has suffered years of abuse at the hands of her husband.
Every time you beat the girl, one time brass, you get the cutlass, was very back head, bullshit your face, bullshit your foot. When we got the station, no report. Then I take no report.
Police in a statement late Wednesday said investigations revealed that the suspect and the deceased had been in a relationship for over 8 years and shared an 8-year-old son who lived with his mother. Their relationship ended in December 2024 in the height of the Christmas season when the suspect accused Bibi of infidelity and threatened her life. The police also said the school, located about 100 feet from the suspect's residence, was a place she frequently visited during lunch breaks. At approximately 12:15 p.m., the victim's 8-year-old son alerted his aunt Rewati Ganesh, a 50-year-old school cleaner, that his father had attacked his mother and left in a taxi. Rewati immediately alerted teachers at the school, then proceeded to Annandale Outpost, where a police report was made. Emergency medical personnel from the Milne Fire Station attended to the body, and at 1:15 p.m., Dr. Lewis from the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation pronounced the victim dead. The body was escorted by police to the Memorial Gardens mortuary for storage pending a post-mortem. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
That was indeed a gruesome tragedy. Thank you, Dacia. Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony and Shadow Health Minister Dr. Karen Cummings clashed over the $143.2 billion earmarked for the sector during day 4 of the ongoing budget debates. Nurses, bed, and drug shortages were all highlighted. Diana Cole has been following the details.
Shadow Minister of Health Dr. Karen Cummings, during her budget presentation on Wednesday, contrasted the healthcare system under the coalition government and the current state of affairs. She noted that the number of hospital beds is a key indicator of the strength in healthcare delivery services. According to her, the number of hospital beds has declined from 42 beds per 10,000 people between 2000 and 2002 to just 36 beds today.
Hence, after spending nearly $400 billion Guyana dollars on the health sector, this government could not bring this country to a better place than it was 30 years ago. This is clearly not a government for the future.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony fired back, stating that the coalition party added 0 hospital beds. He boasted that in a few months the government will be opening 6 new hospitals, each with 75 beds. In contrast to the APNU AFC's track record, he highlighted that over the past 3 years, the government has built 25 new health posts across Guyana and trained more than 500 community health workers.
Finish there. We have the Oval facility, 252 beds. You have New Amsterdam, 240 beds. You have West Camarara, 220 beds. And then all the hospitals, Maruka, another 50 beds. Let them, another 50 beds. Keto, another 50 beds.
Comments while addressing Human Resources criticized the administration for allowing a significant portion of healthcare professionals to leave the system. She stressed that the coalition government was working to build a reliable healthcare system, unlike the current administration, which, she claimed, failed to pay nurses higher wages.
The spiteful and reckless conduct of this government, with its refusal to pay nurses a decent wage and to honor them for their sacrifice and commitment to this country, has now left every citizen depending on fewer nurses for care, and the remaining nurses seeking second jobs.
The health minister countered by stating that the People's Progressive Party increased nurses' salaries and that, at present, over 3,000 individuals are set to graduate as nurses and nursing assistants. Additionally, another 3,000 will be registered for these programs this year.
That we have a track record to stand on.
That's correct.
You don't have anything to stand on.
That's correct.
And that is why we can confidently go back to the electorate, because they are proud of what we have delivered and they will re-elect us again.
Dr. Cummins also criticized the government for failing to provide high-quality, safe and effective drugs and medical supplies. She pointed out that $28.1 billion was allocated for drugs and medical supply, with billions paid up front. Yet, $1 billion worth of drugs and supplies remained undelivered.
The Honorable Minister must immediately implement an electronic logistic management information system, the ELMIS, to track the stock, the usage of the drugs and in the losses. No more expired drugs, no more empty shelves, no more excuses.
In response, Dr. Anthony presented several Auditor General reports highlighting various scandals in the health sector under the APNU AFC government. He stated that between 2015 and 2020, drugs and other supplies were constantly out of stock. One of the reports he noted revealed that only 43% of supplies reach health centers and hospitals.
Come with the facts, because under this government, the supplies of pharmaceuticals is at 90% across the system. Compare with your 43 and dismal record.
Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Digicel is celebrating 18 amazing years, and we're giving you the ultimate shopping spree. That's right, top up with $1,000 or more, and you could be one of 4 lucky winners, each walking away with up to $1 million in groceries. Imagine filling your cards with everything you need and more, absolutely free. Top up now and get ready to dash for cards full of groceries. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.
Get your tickets now for the One Guyana, One Love tribute to Bob Marley showcase at the Pegasus Poolside on Friday, February the 7th at 7 p.m. Featuring Brandon Harding, Mark Batson, Prince Ali, Empress Jalove, King Mandela, Beanick, Wi-Fi, DJ China, Carry and Correction Band, Lava Nile, and Ras Sebi, aka Bling Ras. MCs Melody Thomas and Ras Punchy. Music by Redemption Sound and Murphy One-Man Band. Admission $3,000 in advance. Get your tickets at the Pegasus Hotel front desk and White Castle Fish Shop at Hadfield and John Streets. For more information, call 661-2976. It's the One Guyana, One Love Tribute to Bob Marley Showcase.
Stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Good evening and welcome to Thursday's edition of the Regional News. Authorities are investigating a tragic discovery after 19 individuals were found dead aboard a vessel drifting off the coast of Nevis. The St. Kitts and Nevis Defense Force Coast Guard located the vessel shortly before noon on January 29 following reports about a craft floating without apparent direction or control in territorial waters. Upon boarding the vessel, Coast Guard personnel made the grim discovery of 19 deceased individuals. The identities of the victims remain unknown at the time, and authorities have not yet released information about the vessel's origin or intended destination. The boat has been towed to St. Kitts, where investigators are working to determine the circumstances that led to the tragedy. Haiti's Transitional Council President Leslie Volatier said in an interview yesterday that a date for the Caribbean nation's long-awaited general elections has been fixed for around November 15 of this year. Haiti has lacked elected representatives since January 2023 and has not held elections since 2016. The country's capital is almost entirely controlled by armed gangs. The leader have said security must first be established to hold a free and fair vote. Over 1 million Haitians have been internally displaced due to the conflict, and around half the population, over 5 million, are going hungry, as broadly allied armed gangs make territorial gains around the capital and in key agricultural areas, forcing key ports to repeatedly shut their operations. Armed gangs exert a tight control over areas where they operate and have in recent months perpetrated several massacres, while Haiti's judicial system, alongside much of the state apparatus, remains paralyzed. And now for some international news. No one is believed to have survived after a plane and helicopter crashed in mid-air over Washington, D.C.'s Potomac River, officials say. 64 people were on the American airline flight and 3 on the military helicopter when the aircraft collided near Ronald Reagan National Airport. Emergency Services Chief John Dunley says 28 bodies have been found so far. It was a clear night, the pilots were experienced, and everything was standard in the lead-up to the crash, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says, but obviously something happened. One area investigators are focusing on is why the helicopter was flying at that location. Earlier, U.S. President Donald Trump also questioned why it did not quote-unquote go up or go down or turn. Thank you for watching. I am Tiana Cole.
Amila Falls hydropower and the Wales gas to energy projects, just a Ponzi scheme, Patterson. Not one Guyana, but 2 Guyanas. MP Mahi Paul Lambe's government's decisive tactics. State to appeal Demerara Harbour Bridge case wants the magistrate's ruling to be set aside. And the main suspect in the murder of Annandale woman succumbs. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Aletha Grant. Thanks for watching.